All right, folks, the March for Life is happening all across Canada, provincial capitals, and in Toronto. I am here in Alberta. I am thrilled for the upcoming March for Life in Alberta, hosted in Edmonton. And I am joined by none other than Elisa, who is making it all happen. Elisa, welcome to the show. How are you?
Good. It's great to see you, Cam. And you know what? I was remembering the first time I met you was at the first March for Life after COVID, post COVID. And I was very inspired by your speech, but I was super inspired by all the young interns that you had brought with you to the legislature. So that was my first conversation with you, and now I'm going to say it's wonderful seeing you in this setup because my mental image of you since recent conversation is driving around the stony. What's the circumference? The stone.
Stony Trail here in Calgary.
Stony trail in your big truck with victim photography on it.
Yeah.
So that's my picture of your work.
Gotcha. Well, it's not too far from the truth because I do get the truck out pretty often. We won't have it at the Alberta March for Life, as is the policy, and as we're happy to be participating in. Let's talk a little bit about the March for Life. It's been such a joy to work with you over the last couple years, and tell us what we can expect about the March for Life in Edmonton in 2024.
So you can expect a wonderful, peaceful gathering of pro-life minded individuals and groups. And I love the idea of everybody pro-life gathering together to encourage each other. And as a board, we've sort of said, what, why do we exist? And we exist as a group to declare the goodness of God in giving us life from conception to natural death and beyond to resurrection. And how do we do this? Well, we really, our main focus is hosting this rally and march. And we gather excellent speakers at the legislature. Recently, because of all the construction of the legislature, we've been meeting at the North Plaza there. And we meet at 12 o'clock and speeches begin around 12:30. And our main hope and goal is to just let the public know the size, the strength, and the solidarity of the pro-life movement.
Amen. And it is a wonderful launching pad for so many pro-lifers who at times feel a little bit isolated and a little bit stranded at times in their home community. It is such a beautiful time of bringing people together from all corners of Alberta and uniting under the banner of life. And something that is relatively new in Alberta is the Rose Dinner. The Rose Dinner is something that has been happening in Ottawa for decades now. And last year, I believe, was the first time we'd ever done one here in Alberta. Obviously, you were instrumental in making that happen. And this year, we have a pretty exciting guest, don't we? Who do we have coming, and what could people expect for the second annual Rose Dinner after the Alberta March for Life?
So we are super excited to welcome Alveda King. And she is the niece of Dr. Martin Luther King. And she is coming to speak. She's speaking for 10 minutes at the march, and she is speaking in an interview format at the Rose Dinner. So, she is a wonderful Christian evangelist. She has a wealth of experience in her lifetime, and she is upholding the King family legacy in many ways. And she's started all kinds of initiatives herself. I'm just going to, so that I don't miss some things here. So Alveda King is really a passionate pro-lifer. And she really believes that abortion is the greatest civil rights issue of our time. And she is upholding the sanctity of life from womb to tomb and beyond. And that's really important to her. And so that's the reason why we have brought her to the march. And I just want to say, like, it was the vision and the dream of one of my board members to bring Alveda here. She has followed Alveda and listened to her, and she watched the video Blood Money, narrated by Alveda King, and yeah, she was really passionate to bring her here. So we did what we could to fundraise and make it possible. And I also want to say on that note, the Rose Dinner itself was also a dream of one of my other board members. And we just thought we'd begin it last year to celebrate the 15th anniversary of the Alberta March for Life.
Yeah, absolutely. And last year was a wonderful time with Alex Schadenberg as the keynote speaker. I am thrilled to be able to join Alveda King. We'll have a team from CCBR there. Our staff and our interns will be at the March for Life helping out with wardening and all that kind of stuff. But we are so excited to meet her and to hear from her. I hope that others will be as well. How do people learn more? Where do they go to learn more about the Alberta March for Life and also to get tickets for this Rose Dinner?
Go to our website, the Alberta March for Life website. And if you scroll down a little bit, there's our theme writing and there's the events of the day in sequence as they're going to happen. And there's a register button for getting tickets at the for the Rose Dinner. So yeah, I am really looking forward to. I've started to dip into a few of Alveda's books, and she is really passionate. She's committed, and personally, she has a really profound testimony. She herself has had 2 abortions, and she became a Christian in 1983. And yeah, she just has a quite an amazing story, and she's been a senior advisor to the Priests for Life. She's spoken with the Silent No More awareness campaign. She's a founder of Speak for Life, and she's a regular media personality. So I'm sure probably a lot of your listeners are familiar with her and have heard her speak on many occasions. So we are very much looking forward to having her in the flesh.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that is entirely different than listen to her podcasts and YouTube videos. I hope that everyone has enjoyed those before, but please know how much better and how much different it is to be able to speak to her face to face and hear her testimony at the Alberta March for Life in Edmonton coming up on Thursday, May 9th. Alicia, is there anything else that we should be thinking about or reflecting upon as we get ready? We're just over 2 weeks away from the Alberta March for Life. I'm sure that you are coming into the the absolute crunch time. Anything else we should be thinking about or reflecting upon as we get there?
Just sending the word out,
Mm,
inviting people, encouraging them to come. I especially encouraging them, of course, to come to your workshop. Your workshop is so helpful. I really enjoyed it last year. And as a group, we've been trying to think of other ways beyond just the march to unite pro-life groups. And I was so grateful for how our pro-life conference went this year. And your workshop there was really helpful in having those conversations with people. So yeah, if people can share with their neighbors, and it is a sacrifice to take the time off work, and but it's a sacrifice that is so incredibly valuable for declaring the goodness of life. And we want to support people that are in really struggling and hard situations, and we want to do that with our whole heart. This year, our theme comes out of 1 Corinthians 13:7, and it's love always protects, love always trusts, love always hopes, and love always perseveres. And so we want to encourage each other, to do just that in whatever
absolutely.
way we can.
Absolutely. And folks, make that sacrifice. Bring your kids. This is a family friendly and important for the entire family to attend. As we've mentioned, Thursday, May 9th at the Alberta Legislature. Get there at noon. Get there in lots of time to make sure you find parking and get there before the speeches begin. There'll be a short walk around the legislative area. And then we've got that workshop that I will, yours truly will be providing right before the Rose Dinner. Get your tickets to the Rose Dinner. Spaces are limited, so jump on it right away and check all of that info out in the show notes below. Elisa, thank you so much for all of your hard work on the Alberta March for Life committee and for taking the time to join me today on the Pro Life Guys podcast.
You're so welcome. It was my honor and pleasure.